Well, you made me weep, and you made me moan. When you caused me to leave, child, my happy home. But someday, baby, you ain't worry my life anymore.
Hey there, More Than Gaming community. This is CrAzY MoFo 13, aka Adam Malcolm, and this is part 1 in my new series of indie game reviews and game add-ons. Basically, I'll be reviewing the stuff that you can download for free, but, you know, hopefully after you see my reviews, you'll know a little what you're getting into. They're going to be a little more in-depth than your standard review, seeing as what I'm going to be doing probably doesn't cost anything, maybe like $1 at most. Alright, to start off my set, I'm dealing with this new campaign for Left 4 Dead 1. It's called I Hate Mountains, or in the traditional accent, I Hate Mountains. And it's by 3 French friends, Nicolas Nico18 Grevet, Marc Moroes Bidou, and Geoffrey Kane Epinasse. And my French accent is horrible, I know, so sorry for butchering your names. Yeah, you heard me correct, I said French accent. They are all natives of France, and they've brought us this great new campaign, so let's get into it. Alright, so after you install your VPK, you're going to want to go and make sure that it's actually installed into Left 4 Dead, so let's check the add-ons. There we go, right there. Also, if you have any other add-ons, you might want to disable them. They say that it helps. Now you're going to want to, you know, type this into your console. You should actually probably type it after you start up the map, then type it. It's SND_rebuild sound cache, and it'll allow you to hear their custom sounds. So I'm joining Teddy Westside, a.k.a. Raffle, a.k.a. Chris Rydell, and he's going to be playing with me for most of this. So we're starting up this first level, and the first thing you see is this beautiful cutscene that goes right along a good section of the level. And it seems as though the survivors have crashed this armored truck they were driving. You've got 2 ways to go, left or right. Right is a covered bridge, and left is into the woods. And here's some instructions that they just put, telling you what I told you about the sound cache and everything. However, you might be going, what, CrAzY MoFo? You're a liar. You can't go the bridge way. I can see you right there, and there's a bunch of trees there. Actually, on Expert, the trees are there, but if you're on Easy and whatever, then it's not. And I recorded most of this on Easy just so I could fly through it. So that's kind of like some adaptive difficulty. I like that kind of thing. However, this is the left way through the woods. And you can notice that the lighting's great. Level design, quite top-notch. It's not perfect level design. There are some serious problems that I will address in later levels because they don't really appear until the second level. However, most of the gameplay flow is good. Most of the levels are polydirectional, and that's not like an official word or anything. That's what I mean. They're linear, but they have multiple lines that you can go to. They're not open world, but there's multiple different paths to get to the same place. But you're always going to the same place. This is Left 4 Dead. You're just trying to get to the finale. Not surprisingly, they weren't trying to reinvent the wheel with this thing. They even said themselves. You'll see those little signs there. Those and the arrows will direct you pretty much wherever you need to go. So that's the first level. Climbing the Manor. At first view, this looks like one of the coolest levels of the campaign, and definitely in concept it is, but it's actually probably the worst level by far because of some serious flaws. Everything looks nice though, I'll give it that. But so we're gonna go in here and I'll explain kind of what my ranting means. Now, if you notice, this place is fucking huge, like gigantic, but that's kind of part of the problem, because it is so goddamn confusing that I thought by the 4th time that I walked into a room where there was like no point of it ever being there, that I was gonna find Curly's motherfucking gold or something in there. Like, rooms like this, they serve no point, except for maybe to spawn zombies, but even then, like, I'm not totally sure. And the arrows on the walls are not always well seen in the dark, not always well located, but, you know, your fucking my teammates are halfway across the map. Like, this house plays havoc with the AI, which I know is not the level designer's issue, it's Valve, but, you know, if you can't change the AI, you got to adapt your campaign to work with it. So, yeah. The AI will, in this level and the next level, just kind of run off in random directions trying to meet up with you, and then you end up dying, and it's really fucking confusing. But eventually you get to the top, and you signal this helicopter pilot. Of course it's a helicopter pilot, because in the Left 4 Dead universe, nobody fucking has a vehicle except for helicopter pilots. Because I guess, like, nobody... And then boat captains, yeah. Nobody could drive a car away, or, you know, the occasional dude with an airplane sitting in a bombed-out airport. So... gotta battle your way down here. I'm just fast-forwarding through it because it takes a little while. And here we go. Admittedly, this is one of the coolest parts of the campaign, the following little cinematic cutscene. As you, by the way, might notice, my bots are still fucking somewhere in the house trying to get out. Probably running in circles. So, that looks really cool, but it has the problem to sometimes make the AI zombies just stand around. Oh, and my guys are still up there in the tower. Great. And then there's this. This is by far the worst part of the campaign. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Yep, I'm stuck. There is a debilitating glitch there that the developers know about, and hopefully will be fixed in the next version. It's a well-known glitch. It's pretty easy to step into, but it kind of, if you're playing on anything but easy, you're basically dead. Like, it took me about a minute to get out of that. And in that span, in Expert, I would be destroyed. Okay, so that's the second level. Moving on to the underground passage. Alright, the Underground Way. Now this is my favorite level in the entire thing, except for possibly the lumberyard, but I don't know. So, yeah, this is mostly well designed except for these. There's a lot of dead ends. Like, there's one, there's two, like, three, I don't know, four, here's another one that I ran into. Like, there's these cage things everywhere. It would have been nice if they just, like, stuck some debris so you know not to go there. Oh, there's another one, 5. Same with the last level with those rooms that don't really serve any purpose. And then this thing, 6. I think on Expert this might be a main section of the level. I didn't play through it on Expert, so I can't tell. But if it's not, it's literally just a gigantic room that serves no purpose but to get you lost and have a bunch of zombies in it. It definitely took up a lot of geometry if it didn't have any use, but I trust in the developers that it does have a use in another game mode, or maybe like it just switches up. So I'll let that one slide. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the campaign. The event that happens when you drop the bridge. Now why is it my favorite part of the campaign? Because it's the easiest fucking thing ever. Like, no matter what difficulty you are on, there is absolutely no way for zombies to get around you. They have to come straight at you if you camp here. Seriously. You can see, on easy anyways, we just completely raped everybody. So when that bridge is finally down, you can go across. Nice bridge and everything. And this cave is extremely well detailed, by the way. If it wasn't for those dead ends, I'd say the level design was essentially perfect. Oh, and if you notice, my bot's kind of stuck down there. Bill just fighting people. Zoe's going back from another one of those AI problems that pops up. Bill stays down there for a good amount of time. Yeah. I don't know how much I actually put in this video, but he's down there for about a minute. Yeah, still down there. Oh, and Zoe got killed somehow when she wanted to go help him. That's not really their fault though, so I shouldn't say that. So eventually, you kind of battle your way down and down, and here's another. I guess this is like an item room, maybe a spawning room, but other than that, it's a dead end. There's another dead end that one I have no idea why it's there. So eventually, you get down to this hole in the ground, and you drop down, and this is the most beautiful part of the campaign. There's the waterfall there, and then you go underneath the bridge. You look up, just saw where you were. I love when people put things like that in, doubling back kind of thing, but in a different way, so you can see other parts of the level. It is a huge room. Apparently, they basically took up all the possible geometry they could with this level. You enter into a cave there with some stalactites, and eventually you get to these mine shafts. The mine shafts aren't very well, marked though. That's the problem. And then there's this cave, which is again beautiful. And eventually you get to the safe room and move on to the lumberyard. However, you're gonna have to go to part 2 to check that out because of YouTube. So check it out.